Good morning, guys. This is Webster from My Therapy Garden YouTube channel, where playing in the dirt helped to take away my hurt. Today we're looking at the right side of the garden. The right side of the garden, where you'll see closest to the house is a flower bed, and over to the far left side I have a conifer garden. The conifer garden I'll go in detail in a separate video. But right here I have steppables. Little steppables. So we have creeping phlox, which is dark green ones, creeping phlox. Get my stepping stone to go across from the driveway into the lawn. And I also have some creeping sedum. Creeping sedum. Right there. Creeping sedum. More creeping phlox and creeping sedum. Have some garden phlox here. Of course, in the winter time, the garden phlox die back and they'll come again in spring because garden phlox are perennial. And these garden phlox, they smell very good, very good. My little stone sculpture. Japanese maple. By now you know that Japanese maple is my favorite tree. This Japanese maple is a tamukiyama. A tamukiyama Japanese maple. We have more creeping phlox. So in the springtime, the creeping phlox would come out with lots of flower. It would be covered in these pink flower. We have one there. Great for demonstration. So we have one there, which I'm so proud of. More creeping phlox around here. So all these creeping phlox will be covered in these light purple color, or maybe you could call that lavender color. Last spring I had some zinnia along here, but of course zinnia is an annual, so it died back. So what I did was I spread the seed, so hopefully this spring you'll see lots of zinnia right along here. This is another Japanese maple. This one is called Geisha Gone Wild. Geisha Gone Wild, Japanese maple. This side of my garden get morning sun, afternoon shade. So this is great for these plants because they get the warm sun, but by it gets so hot in the afternoon, then they'll be in the shade. What I have here that I'll be planting out is Heuchera, commonly called coral bell. So I have some Heuchera here, which I'll plant out soon. And right here we have Arborvitaes. Arborvitaes, normally called lintel rose. And I planted them around the stone, and I tried to get some moss growing on the stone. More Heuchera. And then right here would be by the AC unit. All right, we got another Japanese maple right here. This is a full moon Japanese maple. This one is called Edwards. Edwards. Japanese maple. I can't wait for spring to come out, so everything will be leafing out and blooming. I have some ferns that I plant around the Japanese maple. These are Japanese painted fern. Japanese painted fern. Of course, in the winter, they got that winter burn, but they'll survive. By spring, they'll be looking good again. And these Japanese painted fern are the big ones. These should be huge. And as the name suggests, these are the Godzilla variety, because they'll be huge. In the back here I have variegated boxwood. The variegated boxwood was my first choice to put around the AC unit, but they didn't survive can see one there is dead. And we had more along here, but they all die. I think we had too much water that was coming from the AC unit along here. So those die. So I tried to put more ferns here. These are Arborvitaes Ferns. I hope they come back. I'm not sure if they will, you know, because like I said, fern like shade, damp, cool places. I'm kind of forcing these with the morning sun, but they get the afternoon shade, so hopefully they'll come back. As I said, because I used to have the water from the AC unit here, after the boxwood die, I plant hardy hibiscus right here. We have 4 along right here. These are hardy hibiscus, and these are in pink and red. Pink and red. They should survive. You know, they go to sleep in the winter, and they'll be back come spring and summer. They'll flower in the summer. But I have to keep them watered, because now that I remove the water that coming directly from the AC unit, so they won't be getting as much water as they were before. So I have to just keep up on watering them pretty much every day. Yeah. So my other surviving variegated leaf boxwood is this one. I would know boxwood will survive sun, they'll survive in shade, and they always have their color. If it's a green boxwood, it will be bright green all the time. But the variegated one, especially with the morning sun, afternoon shade, they'll keep that yellow around the edge with the green inside. That nice variegated color. So I might be planting more boxwood now that I move the AC line. As you can see, I have it coming out of the house and have it running along the side here, and it goes all the way, and the water would be in the grass. The water just go in the grass, and then it would soak away down here. So with right here not getting as much water as it used to, the boxwood should survive. So I'm going to try that again this spring with these variegated boxwood. They should grow about 4 feet, maybe 5 after lots of years. So just keep it nice and low, and then eventually 10-15 years they should be tall enough to cover the AC unit. So there we have our variegated boxwood, hardy hibiscus, my ferns, which I hope those come back, which are the Arborvitaes Ferns. And the Arborvitaes Ferns, the leaf kind of look like Arborvitae. You know, if you know those conifer, Arborvitae, that's what the leaves look like. I'll be planting out these Heuchera pretty soon. And I just love these lentil rose or Arborvitaes right here. You know, Arborvitaes give you a flower in the winter. So, of course, I'll always keep these to get winter interest this side of the garden. And the Heuchera should also survive. These are quite hardy to my zone. I garden in a zone 7B, but because I don't have a lot of trees, because the developers cut down all the trees, so it's very hot here. Everywhere is sunny. So I always try to get plants that can survive a zone 8 or 9, because I know they're going to be getting sun all day. And it's only this side that get morning sun, afternoon shade. Everybody else have to survive in sun all day. So, and again, my Japanese maple. So plants for this side this spring. The perennials should be coming back. My garden phlox, as I said, will smell so good. Hopefully I'll have zinnia right in this space right here, that empty space. The zinnia should come up to cover my drain line. And with these Heuchera, once those are planted, that should take care of right here. and then I might put boxwood back around my AC unit. Okay guys, this is just showing you what the garden looked like in the winter time. Look at the bones of it to see again what survived, what I need to plant, and just give a good plan for the structure of it. And then we'll all watch the garden grow from spring, summer, fall, and we'll do it again in winter. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do like it, please hit a like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified as soon as another video is posted. And like I said, on the right side here, I have the conifer garden, which I'll make a separate video for the conifer garden. Okay guys, so enjoy your day, happy gardening, and remember, playing in the dirt can't take away your hurt. God bless.